Hello everyone, this is Amy Ingram. I'm the UNIV Program Manager at Auburn Montgomery, and I'm currently a student in the EDS program in Instructional Technology here. And this is my video newsletter related to public relations technology, and I'd like to share the information that I have found through Auburn Montgomery. I realize that typically this would be located in a K-12 school. However, because my position works and deals with higher education, I tweaked this assignment in order to be beneficial for me. All right, what is public relations? Well, first of all, public relations is a lot of things. To many people, there are many definitions. I'd like to say that public relations is critical to growth and success of any business, especially a school. It's kind of your image, how people see you. What do people think about you? Well, how you're seen has a lot to do with if you're going to have any customers and how those customers, if they're happy, if they want to stay. Public relations has to do with communication, communicating with the public, communicating with your internal and external customers. Public relations is informing the public. It's recruiting students. It also has to do with promoting things that you have to offer. For example, we do provide services, of course, to post-secondary students. However, we also provide services to community colleges and high schools as well, so we can kind of, bridge the gap and help these students succeed. Helps us build a stronger community. We have many activities and events that it benefits others, and we have to let them know about it in the community in order for them to participate. Also, public relations, using technology, you can streamline communication, helps things be a little more clear, and they're much more easily accessed. AUM's public relations plan. We have several plans that I was able to locate on our website, but I also spoke with some of our technology leaders. And from what I was able to locate, some of our goals, missions, and objectives are to enhance interaction between AUM and the media and public. Another goal of our public relations plan is to facilitate exchange of information. We want to build community support, attract students, and protect the university's reputation. Some of the action plans which are available, these plans are posted on the website. This deals with the media, social media, communication, and school safety, which is also kept through the public safety website on the AUM's main page. A lot of these action plans were adopted from Auburn University, as we're a satellite school, and these are constantly maintained through the department. It used to be University Relations, but their Strategic Communication and Marketing Department. So their department reviews, sends these plans out to different committees, and they're ultimately looked at and approved also by the board. Our department, Strategic Communication and Marketing, does research. They have different positions which those individuals look for policies and procedures that need to be updated, and they want to stay in tune, in touch with things that are more innovative. It's important that we work closely with Auburn because what we do impacts them and vice versa. So again, the Auburn Board of Trustees does approve many of our plans of action related to pretty much anything on campus. In my opinion, these plans do map and take the community into consideration when I review them, and as you can too, they cover pretty much everything related to the community. I would say even the local and global communities as well. Some of the strategies and the tools that are utilized by our university for parents and students and the school, and it's another thing once students get to this level, college, parents don't really have as much of a say-so. However, they can if the student gives them permission to. So these are some of the ways that we communicate with both via email, social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. AUM Alert, it's one of our plans where students sign up for it and they receive a text message or a call, an email letting them know that something's happening, whether it be weather related or just any safety related. We communicate with our constituents through the local news. That's either by television or on the radio, and by telephone. Now, some of our other groups that we deal with are other businesses and community leaders. Also, we email them, we call. There are face-to-face visits. We have business meetings or business breakfasts that we try to communicate and keep relationships strong. We use different departments on campus that reach out and collaborate with the community at large in order to keep relations strong, and again, use resources both ways. I interviewed an instructor here at AUM, and the questions that I asked related to safety, if this instructor has any safety or legal issues concerning utilizing technology. She stated that no, she didn't. She's discussed, of course, with students the importance of being aware of using technology and the networking and hardware, and we do have a great ITS department. This instructor's perception related to school safety and the impact that public relations through current technology has, and this instructor feels very safe on campus. She says that it's extremely helpful to have the alerts to help notify us. She doesn't feel threatened, and neither do I. Another question, are you familiar with what technology is being utilized? Somewhat, like was mentioned, AUM Alerts is another good way to notify, and Campus Police. I think they work closely with public relations and our safety department. A student-parent interview. I interviewed both because, again, the student's the one that has the main say-so. Any safety or legal issues, the student has no concerns, is what they said about legal or safety, and I don't know if this is naivety or youth, but their issues concern basically with how well and quickly the technology works on campus. So what they want is what works and works now. I don't think they think as much about safety as we do. This parent states that their child's in college, so they know their child's going to access things, so they're not going to worry about it. And they also said that when their child was young, they gave them a smartphone, had access to the internet. So really, ultimately, while students are minors, parents need to teach their students, their children, monitor and put restrictions on certain things if they want to keep them safe. And that's very important. Once they get to college, you have less hold on them. The student here says they've never considered the safety or impact of public relations through technology, whereas the parent likes the AUM alert system and other measures that are put forth by the Public Safety Office, including lighted parking lots. They have emergency stations where you can actually push a button and something's lit up outside if there's an emergency. The student is not familiar with any technology being utilized for school safety. The parent is aware of AUM alerts, cameras, and internet monitoring by the ITS department. Our senior public safety technician provided some information. Today's technology creates a safer learning environment and gives the organization a sense of emotional safety. Cameras make it easier to observe and monitor and investigate activities before, during, and after the incident has occurred, and in multiple areas at the same time. Surveillance video is another important tool and data that's used to help in a case or an incident. Cameras identify violators and could act as a deterrent for vandalism, drugs, theft, and other unacceptable activities on campus. Metal detectors, even though AUM does not currently have any, are also physical security measures that can be used to ensure weapons and other metallic objects don't come on campus. Metal detectors also give psychological reassurance and as a deterrent. Vehicle registration is another way that the campus has an added sense of security. While it's not very tech savvy, I guess the monitoring of it is used technology. Vehicles can be identified along with who the assigned driver is, and that way it keeps things a little more safe on campus. So my analysis is are our plans effective for safety at AUM? I would say it is. How far do you go to keep your campus safe? Well, as much as you can, and you get the funding that it takes. You put the right departments in place and the right committees together, and you review and research other plans, and you do what you have to do to make sure that your students are safe and your faculty and staff, all constituents, are safe. Our communications public relations plan, as well as our social media plans, are all, from what I've reviewed, in sync compared to other local universities as well. I looked at University of Alabama at Birmingham, I looked at South Alabama when I was doing some other assignments, and they all have a very similar safety measures in place, and they all utilize technology. Well, I thank you for your time. I hope that you learned a little bit about Auburn Montgomery and some of the technology we use for safety measures and communication related to public relations. It's very important, and I think in order to stay competitive, we need to always be mindful and on top of things. Thanks.